Naturally, growing up very curious from a young age, I've always questioned why things are the way they are. Why does someone think this way? Why does that other person think this way? Why does this person do this? I've always wondered, and I think that's a very good attitude to have throughout your life, especially as a young person. What exactly do I mean by this on a larger scale? Well, when I think about it, you see someone maybe working in Tesco, working a kind of normal job, that for me, and probably yourself, you would look at that and think, this is my nightmare. I would not want to be doing this whatsoever. Whereas you've got some other, maybe some elderly lady, anyone, it could be your average person works 30 hours a week in Tesco's and is very content, happy in life, maybe even happier than you and me. But why is this the case? Why am I not content with that whatsoever? And why is the next person more than happy with that? There's something that I wanted to delve deeper into and why I decided to make this video. And I think, especially when I looked at relationships, it's something that I raised to my friend a few years ago. I was like, do you think that the person that we objectively think is unattractive, is the partner they are with actually attracted to them, or do they believe that that is just their level and that's what they kind of have to accept? I think that's something that a lot of people probably do think about, but maybe don't want to speak too much about. If I look at myself now, 23 years old now, I think I'm doing pretty well for myself in terms of the personal growth I've had in my life and where I've came from, the challenges that I've overcome. But there's a lot more that I want to achieve in my life. I could be like, okay, I'm 23 now. I want to just stop with this kind of self-improvement stuff. I've kind of reached a certain level. Maybe I'll just settle down, find some kind of average girl around my local area, get a mortgage, happy families, get a normal job, do all of this stuff that kind of a lot of other people do and be very happy with that lifestyle. But I want more. I have something deep inside of me that tells me that when I'm having a day off, when I'm having a few hours off, or just doing stuff that I believe is unproductive, it's like, come on, I'm dissatisfied with that. I want more. I feel like I should be doing more. And I'm definitely not someone who thinks you should be working all the hours in the day and not spend time doing things that you enjoy. I think you should probably not be working more than 3, 4, 5 hours a day, because I don't think you're getting enough quality deep work done in that time. And I think there's other stuff that need to be prioritized, doing the kind of softer things in life, so to speak, like taking care of yourself, going for a walk, exercising, reading, just self-care in general. Like I say, I don't think anyone should be doing that 8, 10, 12 hours a day. I don't think that's good for you, and I don't think for the vast majority of people, you might be a bit different, but probably not if you're watching this video. That is the thing that's going to make you fulfilled and get you closer to where you want to be in life. And I think a few months ago I concluded that the difference between myself and a lot of other people who maybe have not discovered kind of self-development and kind of question things like I have in my journey is because of experiences. And I think that is still very true for the large proportion. You usually see the guys who end up getting jacked, making a shit ton of money, and live a kind of extraordinary life that goes against the kind of status quo. They were losers growing up in some way. They didn't have it their way. They didn't start the gym, they didn't work on themselves when they were younger, and things kind of force them to take action. But there's also a lot of guys who just went through their whole lives and that never changed whatsoever. And why is this? Well, I think this is largely down to our environments, our influences in our lives. And if you are the guy that I've just described, you haven't really kicked on. But obviously, if you're watching this video, hopefully this can be the start for you. There's a lot of people who still kind of do that kind of lifestyle. Like most people you do meet on a day-to-day basis are still talking about the same old shit that doesn't really mean anything, meaningless conversations. They'll still go out and get drunk every weekend. They'll still play video games. They'll still sit at home, masturbate every single night. There's a lot of people out there like that. And I think it's only because I was exposed from my personal experience that transformed me into finding external influences that I couldn't find in my personal life, that I've kind of realised that there is more out there and a lifestyle that I would somewhat like to obtain. And I think if you're honest with yourself, you've probably seen the likes of Andrew Tate, you've seen the likes of Hamza, maybe someone like Mike Thurston, living a certain type of lifestyle, and you're kind of like, you know what, I kind of want a piece of that. Maybe you don't agree with everything that a lot of people say or whatever, you might not want that lifestyle, but there's probably a part of you that sees that and be like, yeah, I'm a bit of a loser, really, aren't I? I'm not really where I want to be. It's not really the life that I expected when I was growing up. Like, why do these guys have this type of lifestyle and I'm still stuck at home? I'm living in an area I don't really want to be in. I'm working a job I don't want to do. I've got friends that don't even like me. I can't get the women that I like. And you see all these guys offering a kind of offering an olive branch and saying, like, there's more to life out there. And I think that's why a lot of people, especially younger guys, are kind of realising that, yeah, there might be more to life out there. And yeah, I could just stop, like I say, and be like, okay, let's just stop this and settle down and have a normal life. But I think that wouldn't be fair to myself. I feel like I'd be doing myself a disservice. And like, I'm a young guy, and I've seen a lot of guys that I kind of aspire to be like, who are a lot older than me, and they had to go through a lot of struggles too. And to get to where they want to be, it took them a long time. And I know that I have to be patient, and that I should get better with age in all areas of my life. Life should get better for myself, and I've seen that quite drastically over the last couple of years. And I recently wrote out the vision, the lifestyle that I wanted to obtain, and I'll put it on the screen for you now. I sent it in a group chat to a couple of my friends, and one of them was just like, yeah, that's great, like, it's really specific, it kind of gave me goosebumps. And I truly encourage everyone to kind of write something like this. Like, I know a lot of people think it's cringe and all of this, but if it actually gets you to where you want to be, it's not cringe, is it? And if it keeps you going on the days where you don't feel like doing it, you don't feel like continuing, you just don't want to do anything, but you know you should. I have a lot of those days, and I think having that kind of vision, knowing where you want to be, and like I've always said, your vision can change and update itself whenever you feel like it. But just having that out there and wanting to create a certain type of lifestyle is enough for me to keep myself going, and knowing that I can achieve more than some people might. I do believe that from my experience, from my knowledge, from speaking to different people, that yeah, some people are meant for more in life. I think that is the case. If you look around, that a lot of people have a higher ceiling, whether that be talent, whether that be knowledge, whether that be personal experience, but some people just have it more than other people. And I think it's important to realise this. And the overall message that I want to give you with this video, I don't want it to just be me talking about my experience, and I use these videos as the kind of for clarification for myself, but I always want to help you become the best version of yourself and overcome your personal struggles. But I think the message that I want to give you is that if you have that burning desire for more in life, if you know you are capable of more, and you know deep inside of you do want more, you have to satisfy that desire inside of yourself, because it's not going to go away anytime soon. And the more you kind of settle for that mediocre life and do the things that you know you shouldn't do, and you're kind of stuck around those peers that you know aren't good for you, you don't even really relate anymore, you don't even like doing these things, but you feel like you have to, you don't want to be on your own, you don't want to go through that kind of lonely chapter in your life, then you have to do it, because I think it's just going to come back to bite you. And you could look at that as one of your biggest regrets in 20 years time, that you didn't do the things, that you didn't achieve that lifestyle that you wanted to achieve, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be superficial, whatever it is for you that works, but you probably have an idea of what it is for you, and you need to have clarification on that and to move forward in a positive way and get to where you want to be. And until you do that, I don't think you'll truly be satisfied. And I think everyone has that different level. I think everyone will kind of cash their chips, so to speak, at a certain point, whether that be at a certain age, a certain level of wealth, a certain level of success, whatever you define success as. And it's important to realise that, because everyone is very different. What it is for you and what it is for me, it will be completely different. But anyway, I'm very curious to hear what your feedback is on this. Let me know in a comment below if you think that some people are just meant for more in life. And I think, like I say, if you have that inside of yourself, if you feel like you deserve it, and you feel like you have that ambition, drive, desire, whatever it is, to go for more, then you have to satisfy that. And yeah, make sure you do that. And if you want any more guidance on how to get there, I'll leave my one-to-one personal coaching link below. Hope you have a great day. Like and subscribe. Take care.